I couldn't resist my curiosity when I first stumbled upon the eerie hashtag #DreadfulVisions, in the comments of a random Instagram post. The few photos attached to it seemed like something out of a nightmare: distorted faces, shadowy figures, and bizarre landscapes. They piqued my interest, and against my better judgment, I clicked on the hashtag. This would be perfect for my portfolio, I told myself, not realizing the fault in this judgment. As I scrolled through the unsettling images, a shiver ran down my spine. The longer I stared, the more I felt a growing sense of unease, as if something sinister was lurking in the corners of my mind. Despite the fear creeping in, I couldn't tear my eyes away from the screen. It felt as if the sinister picture absorbed my entire being. Soon, I noticed others commenting on the same post, expressing their fascination and dread about the cursed hashtag. A strange camaraderie emerged among us, as if we had all been lured into this eerie world together. We began documenting our experiences with #DreadfulVisions, each post more unnerving than the last. I was plagued by nightmares every night, visions of twisted creatures and desolate landscapes. During the day, I felt a constant sense of being watched. Shadows danced at the edge of my vision, and my phone seemed to buzz with ghostly messages, even when it was on silent. Desperation and paranoia gnawed at me, and I couldn't help but reach out to others who had fallen into the same trap. One of them, a user named Jordan, responded to my direct message. "I can't take it anymore. These nightmares are driving me insane." Jordan typed, "I know what you mean. It's like this hashtag has cursed us. I think we need to find out who started this. Maybe there's a way to break the curse." I agreed, and together we began our search for the origin of #DreadfulVisions. We reached out to other victims and formed a small online detective group, determined to uncover the truth. Our investigation led us to a peculiar account with no posts, no followers, and a single cryptic bio that read, "The Seer of Nightmares." We sent the user a message, and after days of waiting, we received a chilling response. We thought all hope would be lost, until they finally responded. However, the moment I opened the message, chills went down my spine and I could feel the sweat trickling from my forehead. "You seek answers, but the price is steep. I can reveal the truth, but only if you're willing to pay," the seer mentions in his eerie text. "What do you want?" I responded back. "A piece of your soul. A memory that haunts you, one you'd give anything to forget." I hesitated, but the desperation to end the torment pushed me to agree. I knew at this moment I was selling my soul to the devil, but in my hazed mind, I felt there was no other solution. Jordan and the others followed suit. The seer instructed us to meet in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town, where we would exchange our memories for the truth. As we gathered in the dimly lit warehouse, a sense of foreboding hung heavy in the air. The seer emerged from the shadows, a hooded figure with piercing, unworldly eyes. One by one, we handed over our most painful memories, feeling their weight lift from our souls. Some included the memories of being kicked out of their homes, parents almost beating them to death, or more sinister memories that I myself cannot bring to tell. With the memories in their possession, the seer began to speak, revealing the horrifying origin of #DreadfulVisions. It had been created by a baleful entity seeking to feed on the fear and suffering of those who dared to explore it. We had unknowingly become its prey. This was a trap all along, Jordan screamed. Before we could react, the warehouse filled with a bone-chilling darkness, and we heard the entity's menacing voice echoing around us. "You have paid the price, but now you belong to me," the entity whispered. Panic surged through us as we realized the true extent of our predicament. The entity's grip on our lives tightened, and our only hope lay in unraveling the mystery further. With each revelation, we edged closer to breaking the curse, but the sinister presence that had ensnared us was determined to fight back. As the night grew darker, we braced ourselves for the harrowing battle that lay ahead, bound together by our shared suffering and the desperate need to escape the grasp of the cursed hashtag #DreadfulVisions. Story 2. I had always considered myself a casual user of Instagram, but that all changed when I noticed a peculiar account following me. It went by the name The Watcher. At first glance, it seemed like just another anonymous profile, but something about it sent shivers down my spine. The Watcher had an eerie habit of liking every single one of my photos, no matter how far back they went. Creepier still were the cryptic comments that accompanied each like. "I see you, the game begins, the end is near," they would say. At first, I brushed it off as a weird internet troll, but as days turned into weeks, I began to feel a growing sense of unease. Curiosity eventually got the better of me. Who was behind this unsettling account, and why were they singling me out? I scoured through the Watcher's list of followers and found that it only followed a handful of individuals, each one of them with an ordinary online presence, much like me. I reached out to one of them, Stella, who had also noticed the strange account following her. We exchanged messages, and soon, our shared obsession with uncovering the truth behind the Watcher consumed us. "Have you noticed anything strange happening after the Watcher starts following someone?" Stella typed out. "Actually, yes. A few days after it followed me, I had a minor car accident. It was like a bizarre coincidence. That's exactly what happened to me. And it wasn't just a coincidence, it was as if they knew it would happen." Our conversation led us to dig deeper into the other followers of the Watcher. We discovered that each one had experienced a series of bizarre and terrifying events shortly after the account began following them. It was as though the Watcher's cryptic comments were ominous predictions. "This is more sinister than I could have imagined," I typed out. Determined to unravel the mystery, we decided to meet in person to exchange findings. Stella and I clicked instantly, united by our strange and frightening experiences. As we compared notes, we realized that the Watcher had followed each of us after we had posted something personal or vulnerable on Instagram. What if this is more than just a stalker account? What if it's something supernatural or otherworldly? I whispered to her, my hands shaking even though I held my warm latte. "It sounds insane, but I can't think of any other explanation. We have to find out who's behind this," she whispered back. Our investigation led us to a peculiar post by the Watcher, a photo of an abandoned building with the caption, "Where it all began." It seemed like a clue, a breadcrumb leading us closer to the truth. We visited the location in the photo, an eerie, dilapidated mansion on the outskirts of town. Inside, we discovered a hidden room filled with old books, arcane symbols, and a strange altar. It was clear that something sinister had taken place here. Before we could investigate further, we heard footsteps approaching the room. Panic surged through us as we realized we were not alone. A hooded figure emerged from the shadows, their face obscured. "You shouldn't have come here." The hooded figure spoke to us. "Who are you? What is the Watcher?" Stella spoke up. "The Watcher is a guardian, a protector of secrets. You were never meant to uncover this." Stella and I exchanged alarmed glances, realizing that we had stumbled upon a web of secrets far more dangerous than we could have imagined. The hooded figure seemed to possess an otherworldly power, and we were at their mercy. "Now," it said, "you must choose. Continue your pursuit of the Watcher and face the consequences, or forget all you have discovered and go back to your ordinary lives." The choice weighed heavily on us, but our thirst for the truth was unquenchable. We decided to confront the Watcher, even if it meant delving deeper into a sinister and unknown world. As we left the mansion, the ominous feeling of being watched never left us. The path ahead was treacherous, but we were determined to uncover the secrets behind the Watcher, no matter where it led us and what dangers it brought into our lives. As Stella and I left the mansion, the feeling of being watched never left us. We knew that our decision to confront the Watcher had set us on an irrevocable path, one that would lead us deeper into a sinister and unknown world. It was a path fraught with danger, but our insatiable thirst for the truth compelled us forward. We returned to our respective homes, each of us haunted by the encounter with the hooded figure. That night, I couldn't sleep, plagued by nightmares filled with cryptic symbols and shadowy figures. It was as if some malevolent force was trying to dissuade us from our pursuit. The next day, Sarah and I resumed our investigation, determined to uncover the identity behind the Watcher. This journey might be longer than expected, but we knew it was going to be worth it in the long run. Story 3. Flashback. Please make me famous, I prayed to the sky. It was a regular evening when I noticed something extraordinary on my Instagram account. Overnight, my follower count had skyrocketed from a modest few hundred to thousands. At first, I thought it was some kind of glitch, but as the notifications continued to pour in, I realized this was real. I couldn't believe my luck. As an aspiring musician, I had been struggling to gain recognition for years. Now, it seemed like the world was finally paying attention. The comments were overwhelmingly positive, and my posts were flooded with heart emojis and encouraging messages. My newfound fame was exhilarating, but it didn't take long for things to turn strange. The more followers I gained, the more erratic and disturbing my posts became. I started posting cryptic messages, strange symbols, and unsettling videos of myself playing music in dimly lit rooms. My friends and family noticed the change immediately. They called and messaged me, concerned about my well-being. But I couldn't explain what was happening. It was as if something had taken over my account, and I was just a spectator to the madness. The only logical explanation I could give was that I got hacked, but I knew it was something more sinister than just a mere human being. One evening, after posting a particularly eerie video, I received a direct message from an anonymous account. It read, "You have been chosen. The more you post, the closer they come. Who are you? What do you mean?" I typed back in a panicked state. "You wanted fame, didn't you?" They responded, "Well, fame comes at a cost. For every follower you gain, someone you know will disappear." My heart sank as I read the message. It couldn't be true. It was just a sick joke, right? But as the days went by, the message proved terrifyingly accurate. First, it was my childhood friend, Audrey, who vanished without a trace. Then, my cousin, Hugo, disappeared right before my eyes during a family gathering. Panic set in, and I knew I had to uncover the truth behind this sinister phenomenon. Desperation led me to reach out to a tech-savvy friend, Alex, who specialized in cybersecurity. "Alex, something's seriously wrong with my Instagram. People I know are disappearing. I've heard rumors about strange things happening on social media, but I never thought it would happen to you." He responded, "Let me take a look at your account." Alex delved into the digital labyrinth of my Instagram, tracing the sudden influx of followers and the disturbing posts that had followed. An hour later, Alex typed back, "It looks like there's some sort of code embedded in your recent posts. I'll try to decrypt it and see if it leads us anywhere." As Alex worked tirelessly to decipher the code, I received another message from the anonymous account. "You're getting closer to the truth, but it's too late for your friends and family," they typed. "Who are you? What do you want from me? I'm just a messenger. You're dealing with forces beyond your comprehension. Continue unraveling the code, and you may find the answers." With Alex's help, we decoded the message hidden in my posts. It led us to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. We had no choice but to investigate. The warehouse was eerily quiet, and the air was thick with tension as we cautiously entered. In the dimly lit interior, we discovered a room filled with old computers and surveillance equipment. It was a chilling realization that someone had been orchestrating this twisted game. As we dug deeper into the computers, we uncovered a series of videos showing the disappearances of my loved ones. Each video was more horrifying than the last, and it was clear that they had all fallen victim to a malevolent force tied to my newfound Instagram fame. Just as we were about to piece together the final clues, the anonymous account messaged me one last time. "You've uncovered the truth, but you can't stop what's been set in motion. The price has been paid. Who are you?" I typed again. "I'm just the beginning. Enjoy your fame, and remember the cost." With that, the account disappeared, leaving us with a haunting sense of dread. We had uncovered the dark and sinister force behind the disappearing followers, but it seemed we were powerless to stop it. As I continued to gain followers and my online fame grew, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had made a deal with a devil, one that had cost me the most precious people in my life. The world saw me as a rising star, but I knew the horrifying truth behind the fame, and it was a burden I would carry for the rest of my life.